Be me. Meets girl. Girl instantly likes me. We talk about tons of stuff. Ask for her number, she accepts. Ask her for a date, she accepts. She invites me for an event at her grandma's house with her family. I go there, and everything goes okay. She keeps eye contact for prolonged time, this repeats for several times. Help them to clean the place after the event ends. Anon, you helped us, I will give you a ride, said one of her parents. Think about calling her to go with me in the car, doesn't even have to do so, she just says I will go too. Arrive there, no room for trying to go further with her, her parent didn't want to enter home, since they were late. Next day. Text her. Replies after hours. Other day. Text her. Replies after hours. Seriously, I didn't do anything wrong. We still have a date, but a private one, without family or friends, and I am quite feeling that she might ghost me. Another point worth of talking is that someone at the event told me that she would sometimes just vanish and answer texts after days. He said that before she started acting this way. Seriously, why are women like this? Why do they play these sorts of games? Be me. Make out with a guy who I had a crush on at a party. Into him 100%, ask him if he wants to hang out to try go on a date. He rejects me saying he doesn't want a relationship. Whateverman.jpg. Try to play it cool but absolutely gutted. Spend the next 3 months in misery over him. Friends tell me he's been a prick to them all, so it's for the best we aren't together. Text him on and off for a few months. He asks to hang out multiple times out of the blue. Usherman.png. Make out with him on several further occasions, hold hands, so and so forth. He always leaves my messages undelivered for days and days on end, so I assume this is just a lame fling. All the while I'm having to hide this from my friends, because they'd all cast me out if they found out I was doing this with him. Hear from one of said friends that he has asked one of his friends permission to date me. Whatman? The guy he asked doesn't even know me that well. Freak out? Maybe I was just fucking stupid in thinking this was just for fun with no repercussions, but this is just mad. I asked him specifically not to tell anyone about this because it would end badly, and he can't even follow through on that simple task. He didn't even ask me personally about a relationship or taking it further before yapping to his friends about me. This is such a bloody pain, I don't even think I want to date him anymore. I'm thinking about getting back with my ex, who by this point would be well aware of the situation. Bloody pissed at the bastard for fucking this all up. At the same time I feel like such an awful slut for losing feelings and considering jumping ship to my ex so fast. It's only high school, but for both this guy and my ex, I struggled with romantic feelings and all that. I had nothing sexual with either of them, so with my ex it kinda feels like there's still that aspect left over that needs to be tied up. It's all just so nasty. Be me, 26. Flunked out of college twice. Career going really well, go to the gym regularly, look good. Make more money than everyone my age who graduated, people decades older than me. Tomorrow I have a huge interview. 200k on low side, 350k on high side per year. Whatever the pay starts out at, good chance I could double it by the time I'm 30. High chance I'll nail the interview since my experience from no lifing, traveling to best areas paid off a ton. Gonna be in same area as second ex. She's an accountant, 70 to 100k a year. She loves money, was crazy about me like 6 to 7 years ago. Always bump into each other. Same personality, except I'm a lot more wild. She considers something I did to be cheating. I didn't see it that way, I'm dumb about that stuff. I haven't met anyone I like the same since, after a lot of other people. Is it cool if I send her pictures of my paychecks and be like, hey, I'm in the area, wanna help me spend some of this on a dinner? Not sure what else to do. I banged a lot of girls since, and even though I'm over her, I think if I were to rekindle, that I could finally feel those feelings again, that I haven't felt since the ex after her. She's also frugal, and when I'm on my own I blow through 10k a month on an income of usually 15k, eating out, alcohol, etc. Basically, I don't save up much and fuck around too much, and need that moderating influence that still likes what I do. I'm not trying to be a douche, really want relationship advice. Okay, so I shall attempt to explain as laconically as possible. Be me at 14 years old. Have a crazy GF. Date her for 1 year and 2 months. Get tired of her talking to other guys then trying to kill herself, and then me having to go make sure she doesn't have had scissors put to my throat. Finally be fed up with being shat on and break up with her. Metaphorically off, though emphasis is necessary on this site. Feel great for 3 weeks. Have police come and arrest you in your house at 4:08 a.m. Find out she claimed you raped her to get back at you for dumping her. Spend the night in custody and move schools for the last year, where you endured nothing short of hell. Constant rape jokes and abuse over baseless allegations. COVID. College for it. Me just turned 18 and can't get leave to remain indefinitely in the UK because of an ongoing police case, which is, again, a baseless case that was just shelved and forgotten about. Can't get a job or go university or make any kind of progression in life, at least in the UK, because of this. What do? Do I go the 4chan way and find some way to change identities, get a passport in another EU country, or do I just move somewhere else that speaks English and get a job in it there? Any suggestion at all is welcome and appreciated. No, will not KMS. Be me. Have mental breakdown after high school, severe anxiety and depression. Pull myself out of it over the course of 5 years being a total NEET. Apply to STEM degree. Take up boxing. Lift 4x a week. Do well in everything over the next few years. Now attractive, well put together looking guy. But also 26, still finishing up my degree, still living at home with parents. However, I get female attention due to decent looks and personality. Deeply insecure about my years of failure, appear confident on the surface, but inside I feel like an overgrown manchild who can't yet support himself and sees anyone who has lived on their own as more mature than me. This means there are literal 18-year-old females who I feel have more life experience than me because I've never moved out, as a consequence feel inadequate next to most women. Feel melancholy and despair about the whole thing. Anyone got some advice for me in this situation? Even a mindset change or a different perspective would help. Be me, 21 yo. Start uni this year, it's a humanities course, because I want to be a history teacher. I fall for the bait that colleges are places where you can exchange ideas. Openly voice my heterodox political opinions, some examples being my disbelief in democracy, and in the globe homo, how NGOs and activists for social justice are full of shit, the fact that I don't believe in the left-right spectrum works, and that I don't fit in, etc. BTW, I'm not a Polak, even if I do like politics, and have been on this forum for quite a few years. People tell me stuff like go get a doctor's degree, otherwise you're not on par with the lecturer professor you criticize, you just want attention, and even go fuck yourself, because I compared higher education with stand-up comedy. Another example is today, when my professor was talking about science and denialism and I told that people nitpick science and invoke it as they need. I mention evolution and natural selection, since progressives think everything is a social construct and conservatives don't yield either in their belief in creationism. Some whore I don't even know the name of makes an ugly face at me and tries to argue. I already know by the look on her face and by the fact she accused me of being racist before that she's going to fling shit at me, so I tell her I'm not interested and that I was talking to the professor from the start. Some douchebag about 2 seats behind me tell me this is why everybody hates you, and on. I tell him yeah, whatever. You speak as if I need your love and respect. While I have no friends in college, I have a few outside of it, and everybody who wishes me well tells me to shut up and not bother voicing my opinion, so I live in peace. I understand what they mean, but I don't want to stay silent, I want to dissent from groupthink. Still don't quite regret, but torn between what I want to do and my friend's advice. What to do? Adv. So this happened recently, last hour, and I wanted some input on what I could have done better. Be me, 20, and trying to get my G2. Badger my dad to get out and do some driving with me. Go to store, get some good driving experience. On the way back I decide to stop at ice cream shop. CQT.3.14 sitting with her dog as I'm parking. Get my ice cream with dad and sit near the girl in the shade. Joke with my dad about how his soft serve is melting everywhere. As he's cleaning up, he and I make some jokes aloud about the situation with the girl, and she laughs along. We head to leave and stop to pet the girl's dog and create some small talk. Dad offers to take the car back so I can continue to chat her up. I decline Because I was focused on getting driving training, and it would entail walking home. Come home, and through post-shit clarity I regret not talking to her. Should I have stayed and talked? On top of the reasons mentioned before, I had gotten standoffish vibes from her when I first arrived, so I held off from talking to her as much as I could have. Be me. 22-year-old Anon with huge mommy fetish look like pic-related Earl. Be bored and want to coom, so I look up DOMs on Skype. Message one and ask her if I gotta pay to play. She's older than me, has really sexy voice, and says no need to pay. Tells me she wants to give me joy. Fucky.jpg. She calls me and tells me she wants to see my face while she tortures my cock. I start to blush and ask her if I have to. We talked about this Anon, just relax. Tell her I'm too nervous and ask if we can try tomorrow. Am I overthinking this shit, or should I just let loose and give in to her? Is this risky in any way, or am I just spurging out? As long as I can remember I liked video, however about 10 years ago I stopped having that fascination. Let me explain, be me. Be 21 yo. Used to be huge into video up until I started puberty, at around age 13 I cold turkey stopped playing them. Porn, 4chan and girls seemed more important to me at that age. Fast forward to college, I am now into lifting, NAFAP, philosophy, etc. However my classmates are really into video and basically consumer stuff. I really enjoy hanging out with them, but when they start playing with their Nintendo Switch at school or other shit, I just basically lose all interest I have in them. The only games I occasionally play are old NES or GBA games in an emulator, however I don't play them for too long to actually get into a game. I want to enjoy games again, even if it's just the retro ones. I don't even want to buy any new console. TLDR, I haven't enjoyed playing video in a while. What advice can you give me to get into it again?